So, you want to make AI videos. You've seen all the amazing stuff out there, and you're ready to dive in. But where do you even start? In this explainer, we're going to open up the entire AI Video Creators Toolkit. We'll break down every major method so you can stop guessing and finally match the right tool to your vision. Let's do this. Does this sound familiar? You spend hours, maybe even days, crafting what you think is the perfect prompt. You hit generate, you wait, and the result is, well, it's not quite what you had in your head, is it? It's probably the most common frustration in AI video. You have this crystal clear picture, but getting the AI to see that same picture? Yeah, that's a whole other story. But here's the thing, and I really want you to hear this. It's probably not your prompts. It's not a lack of creativity. It's that you might be using the wrong tool for the job. You see, different creative goals require completely different methods to get there. So, I want you to think of AI video generation like a big toolkit. You wouldn't use a hammer to turn a screw, right? Of course not. Each AI method is a specialized tool designed for a very specific task. So today, let's open up that toolkit together and see exactly what's inside. All right, first up, let's talk about the foundational tools. This is where most people start their journey. Creating a video either from pure imagination, using just text, or by bringing a single, static image to life. The most direct, the most fundamental method is text-to-video. It's exactly what it sounds like. You simply describe a scene in words, and the AI builds it from scratch. This is pure storytelling, literally turning your words directly into moving pictures. So what's the secret to a great text-to-video prompt? It's all about structure. First, you set the scene, a greenhouse on Mars. Then introduce your characters, an astronaut, a robot invader. Next, describe the action. She fires her laser blaster. And finally, the timeline, the sequence of events. The robot shatters and crumbles. See? This clear sequence gives the AI a narrative roadmap it can actually follow. Now, building on that, our next tool is image to video. This is a bit different. Instead of starting with a totally blank slate, you give the AI a visual starting point, a reference image that anchors the entire animation. And this right here is why image to video is so incredibly powerful. It solves two of the biggest headaches in AI video: keeping your characters looking the same from shot to shot, and maintaining a consistent art style. By giving it that reference image, you can generate a dozen different shots that all feel like they belong in the exact same world. It's a game changer for consistency. But check this out. This technique is called time-stamped prompting, and it gives you almost director-level control over your scene. You can literally script your videos second by second, defining actions, camera moves, and reactions on a super precise timeline. For detailed storytelling, this is absolutely huge. And some tools take this even a step further with a start and end frame feature. It's wild. You provide the very first frame of the animation and the very last one, and the AI figures out how to animate the entire transition in between. This is perfect for those smooth transformations, like a character morphing from a bear to an elf, or for pulling off a really precise 180-degree camera orbit around an object. Okay, so we've covered creating brand new stuff from scratch, but what if you already have video footage that you want to work with? Well, that's where our next set of tools comes in, the transformation tools, which are all about modifying and repurposing existing video. First up, we have video to video, which you can basically think of as AI motion capture. It's so cool. You can literally record yourself performing an action, dancing, talking, whatever, and then transfer that exact motion onto a completely different AI-generated character. You could become an alien in an interrogation room just like that. The upside here is pretty obvious, right? You get an incredible, unprecedented level of control over the performance. But there's a trade-off. The AI often really struggles to keep the background stable. You might get these weird shifting walls or flickering lights, so it's just something to be aware of when you use this method. Next up in our transformation toolkit is something called Chat to Edit. This lets you make really specific changes to an existing video just by typing simple text commands. It's almost like you're just talking to a human editor who does it for you instantly. And this is just so practical. You can take a shot of a night in a village and boom, had a snowstorm. Or change the time of day from high noon to midnight. Or maybe just give it that perfect golden hour glow. You can even try to remove unwanted objects from the scene. Though, gotta be honest, the results there can sometimes be a little glitchy. Okay, now let's get into the really cool stuff, the specialty tools. These are the ones designed for more specific, complex tasks that the other methods might struggle with. Things like creating convincing dialogue scenes or building out a whole scene really, really fast. Our first specialty tool is lip sync. And frankly, it's one of the most reliable methods we have right now. It's simple. You give it an audio file of someone talking or singing, and the AI animates a character's face to match that audio. It's fantastic for creating talking avatars, complex dialogue scenes, or even music videos. And the results you get for the faces and the lip movements, they're often shockingly realistic. It captures all these subtle expressions and mannerisms. But there is one major catch, and it's a weird one. AI is still terrible with hands. So while the face looks perfect, you might notice the character's hands are just morphing into these bizarre five-fingered nightmares as they speak. All right, our final specialty tool is called Ingredients to Video. I want you to think of this one like a recipe. You provide separate images for your ingredients, your main character, the villain, the background, and the AI combines them all into a single animated scene. This is a super, super fast way to build a scene. You can place a soldier and an orc into a duel on a specific mountain pass just like that. The trade-off for all that speed, however, is that the final animation can sometimes lack a bit of oomph. The action can feel a little slower, a little more stilted than what you'd get with a more hands-on method. So there you have it. We have unpacked the entire AI Creators Toolkit, from text and images all the way to video and audio. Now let's put it all together. Let's figure out how you can decide which tool to grab for your next big project. All right, here is your final cheat sheet. If you're starting from a blank page with just an idea, text to video is your go-to. If you need characters and styles to stay consistent, you have to use image to video. For that fine-tuned motion control, video to video is king, but you gotta watch out for that wobbly background. Need someone to talk? Lip sync is your best friend. For faces, just maybe hide the hands. To smash elements together quickly, try ingredients to video. And finally, to tweak what you've already got, chat to edit is the way to go. So you see, in the end, there really is no single best method. It doesn't exist. The most powerful tool is always going to be the one that closes that gap between the incredible vision you have in your head and the final video you see on the screen. It is all about matching the right tool to your specific creative goal. The technology to bring your wildest ideas to life is officially here. It's ready. So the only question left is, now that you have the whole toolkit laid out in front of you, which tool are you going to pick up first?